Welcome to the Slowdown, a space to pause, breathe, and come back to yourself. I'm Catherine, a yoga teacher and embodiment guide, and together we'll explore what it looks like to live with intention through reflection and somatic practices. This podcast is for you if you are moving through change, overwhelm, or you're just looking for a more mindful, embodied way of being in our world today. So grab a warm drink, get comfy, and let's settle in together. Here we are, coming up to the end of July. How are you doing? The past week felt a little eerie, didn't it? Between the wildfires and so much uncertainty happening in the world lately, things can start to feel off. I know there's something major happening in the astrology right now, and geez Louise, I have been feeling it. I've definitely been going through it over the past few weeks. Life just feeling harder than it normally does. Not having much energy, having physical symptoms like headaches and lots of tension in my body. And I've been having experiences come up that are bringing up patterns in my life that I'm needing to be really honest with myself about. Anyone else going through something lately? Even if you can't really place your finger on it. It's had me thinking about nervous system regulation. One thing that I've been doing is naming what I'm feeling in a neutral way. So staying true to the experience that I was having. Letting the people around me know where I'm at. And knowing that it won't last forever. And as I'm reflecting, I'm realizing that that's why we want to build our capacity, right? To be able to hold ourselves through the depths of life. I mean, it makes sense that we want to feel happy and calm and joy all the time. To find that more parasympathetic nervous system state. And yes, learning how to come back to a calmer, more grounded state is very important. It's a skill that helps us to navigate life's challenges with a little more steadiness. But calm isn't a destination. So then I got to thinking, if I had to describe the purpose of this work, of embodiment, of getting to know ourselves, from living authentically, it would be to build the capacity to be fully with our experience, to be able to feel the depth of our grief without becoming consumed by it, to feel the fullness of our joy without holding back, to stay present with our anger, our love, our tenderness, our uncertainty, to honor the complexity of being human. And maybe we can just sit with that for a moment, right? To honor the complexity of being human. How does that settle in your system? Life will always include challenge and loss and change and heartbreak. Trying to pretend the things are always fine will just pull us farther away from ourselves. So instead, maybe the question becomes, how do we build our capacity to stay present with how we feel? And awareness is always where I begin. I have an episode all about it. Learning to notice what's happening in our bodies, our emotions, our thoughts, and our nervous system with compassion. From there, we start building a sense of safety. Because before we can truly stay with the depth of our experience, our nervous system needs to know that we can handle it. That's why practices like breathing, grounding, orienting, movement, co-regulation are so important. They aren't meant to help us escape our emotions or experience. They help us create enough steadiness to move through them. I think that's where there's often some confusion, right? We hear regulate your nervous system and assume it means we're trying to become calm. But calm is just one state our nervous system can move through. The deeper invitation is getting to flexibility, the ability to move through the full spectrum of our human experience and to find our way back again. Not avoiding the depths, but building the capacity to meet them. Someone shared a poem with me that I want to pass along to you. You could close your eyes and sink into whatever you're sitting in, if that's available. The poem is called Frozen Lake by Henry Shukman. When I think of friends who have been through the worst, through the dread love lives with, through the terrible fear anxiety can only dream of, I feel sorry for the rest who had it as they'd hoped, who crossed the frozen lake from one side to the other, never guessing the great dark beneath. But those for whom the lake cracks and opens, who fall into its unspeakable night while walking upright in the light of this world, whose hearts burst and meet its waters. For them there is no consolation, nor is any needed. Just taking a breath here. Letting that land. From here, let's get into our somatic practice for this week. We'll call it building anchors. And so find a comfortable place where you can sit or lie down if you aren't already. Taking a moment to settle in. Maybe you shift your position. Place a pillow behind you, or cover yourself with a blanket. Allow yourself to arrive just as you are. And begin by noticing what is supporting you. The chair beneath you, the floor, maybe your bed. And start to feel the weight of your body being held. Right? Almost like that support is reaching up to meet you so that your muscles can soften down a little bit more. And notice that in this moment, you don't have to hold yourself up. You're being supported here. And notice how that feels. Staying as you are, bring your awareness to your breath. Slowly inhale through your nose for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly exhale for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And then breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing to notice your inhales and exhales for a few more breaths on your own here. Noticing where you feel your breath more, where it feels most available, or maybe where it feels not as available. And now maybe you gently bring your mind to a person, a place, or a memory that brings a sense of peace and comfort and safety to you. Maybe it's someone whose presence allows your body to soften. Maybe it's a place in nature, your favorite chair. Maybe it's a childhood memory or a pet, or just a moment where you felt deeply connected to yourself. Just trusting the first thing that comes to mind. And as you spend a few moments here, begin to notice any details. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? Notice what happens in your body as you allow yourself to be here. Maybe your shoulders soften, or your breath changes. Maybe nothing changes at all, and that's okay. These are resources your nervous system can come back to. When life happens, these can be anchors to return to. The feeling of support beneath you, of your breath, or of this memory or place or person. And not because they make difficult emotions disappear, right? But because they remind your body that support exists with them. And so stay for another few breaths and ask yourself, which anchor felt most available for you today? Did one of them resonate more or less for you? These are just a few options to explore. So let's take one slow breath in and a long, gentle exhale. As you move through the next couple weeks, the invitation is simple. Practice returning, right? Return to the anchors that remind you that you're here and you're supported. Knowing that building capacity isn't about becoming someone who doesn't struggle. It's about trusting that whatever life brings, you have the ability to meet it. If you'd like support along the way, I would love to connect. Sometimes we just need a space to be truly seen and heard. That sense of finally feeling like we don't have to hold it all together by ourselves. Working one-on-one offers a container for your system to feel safe enough to go to the depths of what's ready to be felt. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this episode supported you in any way, I would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment, a review, and share it with someone who might need it too. You can connect with me on Instagram at embodiedjourney_, where I share reflections, practices, and gentle reminders to live with more intention. You can find links to my website and ways to connect in the show notes. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep coming back to what feels supportive for you. I'm so glad you're here.